Hi everybody, my name is Sarah, Pearls of Wisdom and Food with Keto and Keto Under 20. This is so much fun. Some of you go like, yeah, right. Anyway, on the Simple Roots Wellness, I found this golden milk chai latte and looks kind of good. Alexa Sherm is the author, and I guess I get a feed from her, and most oftentimes she's trying to get me to buy somebody else's prepared foods, and I'm not into that. But this is kind of cool because it's it's like a concentrate of this golden milk chai latte that you keep in the refrigerator once you make it, and in an airtight container. And that's four lattes that you've got prepped, and then when you go to have it, then you put in your steamed cashew, coconut, or almond milk, or any variation of the three, and do the usual. I do my NutriBullet, and voila. And it calls for cardamom, nutmeg, whole cloves, black pepper, ginger, turmeric, cinnamon sticks, and vanilla bean. It also calls for honey, which I will not be putting in it. Once you stay on low carb, high fat, or keto for a while, the object for me was to lose my sugar, my sweet tooth, and that indeed has worked. So I don't need to add sweeteners to my recipes like this. So I am going to make this. I have cardamom and vanilla bean and cinnamon sticks on my little list today, and I will go with I will either go to Trader Joe's or Whole Foods, because I have gift cards for both, don't you know, and pick up those spices. So I'm looking forward to it, and it's kind of like what I make with the Ultra Chai, I think it's Twinings or Twinnings tea, and then I'll probably add butter to it, because yeah, everything tastes better with butter, right? So anyway, that's my little find. So I was just on a keto website waiting for today's video to upload. It's a long one, so you've already watched it because it's being uploaded now. And the person on was writing that she doesn't like to track. She finds it tedious and tiresome, and why do I have to do this? And I was expecting a little pouting, foot stamping sort of action along with her words, and she was asking people what they thought. And one said that their childhood issues get all kinds of triggered when they start tracking their food, so they kind of have done this like off to the side chart with how many grams of protein and, you know, their own macros thing, and that's how they operate, and that works for them. And then another one said, sounds like she has the old lady in the shoe syndrome. She's got tons of kids and a baby, a grandchild, and she's back in school, and she's busy, and it's the last thing on her list of things that she plans on doing. So she doesn't track. And a lot of people hadn't answered yet. And then, of course, the person that I would be teamed up with says, if you want to like lose and you have a problem with structure and discipline, these are my words, not them, then tracking is the way to go. And I know it's the way to go for me too. And I know since I've been doing the 20 or less carbs, grams of carbs for the last 10 days or so, that I definitely pay attention to the carbs more than the others. But it's funny because the others seem to just work their way out. And I usually land on, well, today it's 69 grams of protein, so I'm kind of in that neighborhood. And with the fat, I'm usually at 120 or 125 grams of fat. And the carbs are under the 20. Except today is steak night on the Big Green Egg, and I have a Yukon potato, but I usually cut it down to like 2/3 of its size and have it. And it's a rare and appropriate. Oh, I need to do one of those again, don't I? A rare and appropriate treat. And so my carbs are at 42 today instead of well under the 20. Yes, a rare and appropriate podcast, if you're new to this channel, is when you plan something way out, you don't have it that often, and it's tracked and it's thoroughly enjoyed. It's not something that you have every single day, like a keto dessert one day and then keto fat bombs the next day, and then the next day you have, it's not, no. It's a very rare and appropriate, and in my case, the potato is once a week. I've done it for 10, 11 years without missing a Saturday night. So even when I was on Weight Watchers, it was all tracked and logged, and it's rare and appropriate. It's a little darn Yukon potato. And when I say little, I mean little. So it's the visual as well, I'm sure. So, how do you feel about tracking? Is it an important priority in your weight loss journey, or is it something that you do because they say you should? I love my tracker. And, there are some days that are just perfectly laid out food days, and I can go back and refer to them, remembering that there was a great food day a few days ago. What was it that I had? And I can do that. And it's a great way for tweaking. And sometimes the next day I tweak at the end, I tweak at the beginning of the next day. Like yesterday, I had a wonderful food plan laid out, and at the last minute, I had plenty of carbs left. I added a tablespoon of sesame seeds to my avocado, red leaf lettuce, olive oil salad. What a difference. What a yummy experience. The sesame seeds grabbed onto the avocado. And so anyway, it was fun. And the carbs were minimal. The calories were 40 in the tablespoon, but the enhancement of the salad was worth it. And I know you're surprised, but I plan on doing the same thing today at lunch. Why not? So I will do my shopping for my little spices, and also make sure that I have enough Silk milk, coconut almond unsweetened milk, maybe even get a cashew milk just for the chais. Who knows? But we have a big storm coming in. I have to go to work at midnight. So it'll be interesting because it starts during the day today, Saturday, January 7th, and goes all night into the Sunday, January 8th. So, fortunately I have a 4-wheel drive for in case of emergencies like this, and so I will be able to take it out and hopefully get there and deal with what I have to deal with. But I will be tracking, and I will have I got my grass-fed organic fillets for tonight. They are, I swear, they are this big. They're smaller looking than a fried egg, and so I will have one of them. And then I also got a grass-fed Delmonico, which was about this big, and cut that in half too. So Greg and I will have a nice little grass-fed beef night tonight on the Big Green Egg. And it makes us happy. I bought a nice, great big, no artificial blah, blah, blah added to it turkey to cook in the next few days. And so I'm happy. My fridges are full, and my tracker is full, and that's how I roll. So tell me below, do you track? What do you use? How do you find it? And are you glad that you do? Do you have a little resistance, a little resentment, but you do it? Are you happy that you do it? Because it is definitely one of the most important tools for your structure and discipline. That would be my hand going up. So let me know how you feel about your tracker. This has been Sarah, Pearls of Wisdom in Food with Keto. 20 grams or under, except for today. Rare and appropriate. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye for now.